Good day everyone, I hope you are well. We're on the Commodore Amiga. My name is Nick, and I have to take a deep breath as I say the name of this game. It's Harricana, Raid International Motoneige, Quebec, Canada, 90. Yes, slips off the tongue very easily. Motoneige, I think must mean snowmobile. It's French, I think, because this has been published by Loriciel in 1990, who were a French company responsible for games like Tennis Cup, Panzer Kickboxing, which I loved, and Turbo Cup, which is a bit of a weird perspective racer. But anyway, this is a chase view snowmobile sort of racing game where you got to eventually just don't come last each time to qualify. Here I go. Oh, they've all whizzed off. Now we need to follow the flags. Controls are weird. We need to follow these flags. Now see my position there, I think in the bottom, is it middle right? 17th. So all we got to do, we haven't got to win the race, we just not come last. Don't collide into stuff either. Right, okay, right, so looks like you can easily get lost here in this expanse open world thing. The track is not obvious. Sounds are iffy. Right, now, basically, every time I go right or left, it goes another degree left or right. So it looks like you've got diagonal, up, down. No, you can't go down. Diagonal left, diagonal right, up. And completely left, completely right. It's not playing very good at the moment. Now, if you had this game back in the day, let me know. I'm not sure what it would have scored, but at the moment, I'm not liking the thing. Now, it's scrolling sort of like in a perspective way, so I suppose that isn't too bad. But I'm finding it very hard to know where I'm going, and if you lose sight of the flags, which it looks like I am doing, then you might be in a bit of bother going around in no man's land. Now, on the right there's two pictures of people. I think that's who we're behind. Right, okay, so I think we're 13th. We're now 14th place now, gradually going backwards. Where is the track? This is so annoying. Right, collision detection is really, really bad. There's too many obstacles on the track so far, and it stops you there. They should have done like a Lotus 2, we just bounce off the obstacles and lose a bit of space. Now I feel like I'm trying to park in some cramped car park. I thought I saw some bikes over there or some snowmobiles over there. Let's go that way. Alright, we're back to the flags. If we don't qualify, it's game over, and I would hope that's happened. Okay, right, let's not mess around. This game is awful. It's a terrible, terrible game. Not sure what it scored back in the day. They might have loved it. I doubt it. It's Loriciel. Turbo Cup was good. Well, it was iffy. Tennis Cup was good. Panzer Kickboxing was brilliant. This, terrible. It's, in terms of races, you have much more fun playing something else. It's extremely frustrating. Can't really get any rhythm or speed up because the obstacles are plentiful in a track that isn't obvious. You can easily lose track of stuff. You know, I'm in a snowmobile. They're designed to go over snow. I bump into a pile of snow. It comes to an absolute halt. I think it's being powered by one of those engines, those really small electric engines you used to get in the Technic Lego stuff, which would barely power a propeller. This, oh man, blow it up. Now if you weren't here, I already would have taken it back to the shop as a kid, or blown it up, or buried it in the garden. I didn't want to play it ever again. It's like punishment, this. There's no fun in this game whatsoever. Now, obviously, if you had this back in the day, there's nostalgia. So it takes you back to memories as well. You didn't have many other games. So you might have perfected the skills on this. You might have given it time and got fond memories of it. I haven't got nostalgia. I'm playing it like a newbie noob on a first or second go. A kid that didn't have much patience has probably got less patience now. And I would not have persisted with this whatsoever. Imagine if you had this and Lotus 2 in the box. How often is this one going to come out? Not ever. The only way you'd play this if you've been given a free copy, not that we did this of course, copied with something called X-Copy in the playground on a blank floppy disk. But no way, Jose. Even then I'd probably copy over it after a while, maybe to recall my CV or workbench or anything. Bad, bad, bad. There's quite a few bad games on the Commodore Amiga. We seem to be hitting a patch of them every now and again. But why have such a large name as well? Harricana, Raid International, Motoneige, Quebec, Canada, 90. So let's get this straight then. Poor graphics, poor sound, poor name, poor playability, poor me. Well, we're 17. We must be last. I can't imagine anyone is behind me in this race. But I think they might be. I mean, I've lost sight of the track again. We aim the views to be about 10 minutes, so I'll be struggling here, I think. Now, if you're liking your reviews, it's dodgy gameplay, nonsense chat always, and we're stress busting as we go through the woods in a snowmobile out of control. If you want to see more Amiga stuff, they're all in a playlist there, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Click on my username to get to the channel page, then click on the playlist tab, and then Commodore Amiga will be there along with a load of other systems. Hooray! Right, can I find myself out the woods? That's the thing. Big thank you to those people that have subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed so far and watched this far into the video, then please consider subscribing, and hopefully one day I can motoneige out of the woods. If you're currently motoneiging through the woods, then comment below, follow those flags. I mean, I wouldn't mind a helicopter. I would have got off the thing by now. 17th place. So there's lots and lots of rounds on this. As I understand it, as long as you don't come last, you qualify for the next round. Hopefully all the tracks aren't as bad as this if I ever get to track 2, which looks unlikely. So hopefully all the other tracks aren't as bad as this, and this is just an opening boo-boo that we can forget about. Forget about it. You see there's a compass there saying north and south, but it doesn't say where the track is. Right. Oh god, I just want this track to end. Is it going in laps? I doubt it, because we're just going up the field. Red means we're near the end, I think. Good. We finished, and hopefully that's the end of the game. Right, I've got magenta trousers on, a yellow jacket, both in the game and recording it. Right, here we go, there's the results. Did we come last? Well, we're not in the top 10. Who's this guy moonwalking on? I beat 3 people. How did I beat 3 people? There's 3 people in this that are worse than me. Right, okay. That bloke should be locked up. I mean, look, imagine if he turned up with his black pyjamas on and 3 pom-pom buttons. Very unusual. Right, so I'm through to the next round, unfortunately. I beat 20th place by 30 seconds. It looks like it's a night stage. We're at Lac Edouard, St. Gideon. Right, race number 2. It looks like exactly the same, but at night. Maybe I should slow down with these boys, so just don't come last. So there's 19 of us left here. As long as I don't come 19th, I'm through to the next round, which, if you're still here, which I think is unlikely, then hooray. Can I get to the next stage? Don't think so. Let's power on. Right, I'm on a red motoneige. I mean, they could have had an option where you change the colour. That might have tricked a kid to think they was getting more than they actually did. No data discs were released for this game. Can you imagine? I mean, they're lucky to sell this game in the first place. I mean, I deliberately stay away from the reviews back in the day, so I'm not influenced by what they say. But I'd be extremely surprised if any magazine back in the day gave this a favourable review. Because the reviewer would have been stuck behind a log for ages, trying to rev up their snowmobile. It doesn't even deserve about 10%. Oh man, we gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do. God, this game has got to be crushed to pieces and flushed down the loo. Yes. No fuel here. Let's speed. Right, we're in 13th place somehow. Just need to not come 19th. So the flags, they go diagonal left or diagonally right and then straight up, and that's maybe the pattern. I've kept sight of the track this time, which is an advantage. Can you imagine though, 20 races like this? I suppose the last one might have a bit of excitement, just you and one other rider. Maybe they should have turned it into like weapons you could pick up, and you could fire bullets out of your that maybe revive it ever so slightly if you can fire bullets out the front of the thing, but not to a great deal. Right, 13th place. The other snowmobiles must have crashed or something. The trees are quite solid. And almost like they're made out of solid concrete. Well done, you concrete tree makers. Oh god, I want to get... This is so frustrating. Right, so, is there a bit of parallax scrolling with the horizon up the top there? Not really. Oh man, caravan racing. Why didn't someone do that? Whoops, right, we've gone over here now. I'm in 12th place. Come on, ease through. It sounds more like a lawnmower. Lawnmower racing. Well, that was in Wreckfest, you get a chance to race on lawnmowers. This is not Wreckfest. Right, red flags. That means we're near the end. You know this. Right, this is the night stage. No lights though. It's just slightly darker. Arrivee. Finish. Right, we're coming 12th. We're getting gradually better. Now, I should really turn this off. We've got enough for a review. We've suffered quite a lot of pain, and I have, playing the thing in the first place. But I just want to see the next track. Because that first track was just the same track, wasn't it? Night and day. Let's see if it gets any more exciting. Because all tracks have got to have a snow theme, one would have thought. How can they change it? Is it going to be the same track every single time for all 20 races? Maybe. Right. There we go, so there's the positions. We come 12th there. Anyway, 19th would have got eliminated. But let's go to the next stage. Well, it's definitely my last race. I'm not saying I'm doing the whole course. Just want to see what it looks like. Right. We're in Lakshabijushu. Race 3. What's different? Well, the colour palette is more light blue. That's about it, really. It's going to be exactly the same, isn't it? It's exactly the same, except the snow, instead of the snow being white, they've made it a very light blue. That is it. How bad is this game? Exactly the same every single time. Obstacles are the same. Why would you want to go further? I mean, if it was online, which it wasn't, because it was 1990, it was online and you had like 20 other people suffering the same as you on it, it might have got a bit of excitement. I mean, if it was remade for the PlayStation 5 with a first-person view, I suppose that might be better, but it's always chase view. Always chase view. How could they have made this better? Made the tracks different. Made it more obvious where the track was. Made the thing slightly faster. Made the snow machine skid round corners rather than just doing this straight diagonal thing. Have less obstacles, or if you have obstacles you just bash into rather than just stop like that. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. If I was playing this, I'd say, oh, I'm going to school instead, or college, or something, or work. I would not want to be playing this. It's not one of those games where you should have been going to bed and you think, oh, I'll just have one last go. No, it isn't that. You end up going to bed at 6:30 all of a sudden saying, I want one less go. If you're around a friend's house and they say, do you want to play Harricana, Raid International, Montneige, Quebec, Canada 90? You'd be gone out the room already. Maybe that's why they gave it such a long name. So before the actual friend could finish the name of the game, you'd already got halfway home running away. Harricana. Yeah, well, I'm in trauma now. I need therapy to get out of this mess. Hooray! Yeah, well, you know, stinker games this is. It's Stink Central. We won't be doing a race after this. I'll take it as a natural conclusion. So all we need to do to qualify is not come 18th. Overtake a couple there. I mean, what speed are the other ones doing? I mean, I could probably just poodle around, but where's the fun of that? If you are a poodling around, then comment below. I mean, I don't know who designed this track. Some sort of sadist, but a snow machine into a log. There we go. There's probably some tactics here. There's probably bits I'm not getting, to be fair. As I say, first go. It's not enough. It's not enough here for me to want to go back. I would have been very disappointed if I'd had this back in there as a kid, or I saved up my pocket money. But what kid was into snowmobiles? I don't know. 14th. We've got a bit of speed here. Now it's still not fun. I know I'm somewhere else. 13th. Come on, red flags. Red flag. Right, straight up. Let's go diagonally one way, isn't it? Oops. It's impossible to learn the tracks because there's no indication beforehand where it's going to go. Could have had an arrow pointing left and right. Right, red flags. We're near the end. I've gone the wrong way. There we go. Boom. So I've come 12th. Will I be doing another race? Hell no. Hell no. The clouds are blowing from left to right to left anyway. But yeah, that's a terrible game. Really, really bad. Bad playability. Unvariable tracks. Terrible presentation. I hate it. So I hope you like to have a look at that game. You might disagree with me. It's Harricana, Raid International, Motoneige, Quebec, Canada 90. Probably called Harricana for short. But what really destroys it really is the playability. And it's really bad. So yeah, that's published by Loriciel in 1990. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything Commodore Amiga, then by all means put that in the comment section below. Until next time, take great care of yourself. I'm not having another race, that's for sure. And I'm very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's not mess around. This game is awful. It's a terrible, terrible game. Not sure what it scored back in the day. They might have loved it. I doubt it. We gotta get out of this place. Ba 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 bum if it's the last thing we ever do.